Welcome to Streaming Deluxe. My name is Mr. Orange. What impact does the Witcher TV series on Netflix has on The Witcher 3 the game? So we will find out this year in this video. So alright my friends, welcome to this new video of Streaming Deluxe, and it's amazing. So even myself, I was starting to play again The Witcher 3, and in this video I want to talk about the gamer's perspective on The Witcher TV series that is now on Netflix. I think it's since last weekend, so I already watched it all. I'm now at the last episode, and my overall verdict is it's fun, it's okay. Could it have been better? Yes, of course. But on the other hand, it's a Netflix series, and maybe the biggest critic I have is a little bit the cast. I don't think that the ladies they were casting to play play Triss, etc., are very attractive, or even Ciri. I don't think they really are this beautiful like they are in The Witcher 3. But of course the cast for Geralt is amazing, so therefore, well, let's put it like this: the cast could have been a little bit better, but the atmosphere of the game is represented very, very well. And when it comes to storyline, I have to say I was never really following so much in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at the game, the storyline. I just enjoyed the game overall, but I was not now getting super much into the storyline, and therefore I was not really taking too much, paying so much attention to the relationship between Ciri and Geralt and Jennifer, etc. But now I understand this much better, and therefore I decided, actually, if you understand this better, you should go back and play a bit more The Witcher 3. And it's not only me who thought this, it's not only me who took this decision. So overall, as we will see now, a lot of other people took this decision. So therefore I want to show you now the stats here on Steam. So those are the Steam stats. I'm sure you know it, so you can find it. You go here on the store, and then down below you see stats, and then you click on it. And that's mostly the stats: concurrent users online. You see then it's during the night in Europe and the US, then it goes a bit down. So here something happened. I don't know what it happened. Maybe some electricity shortage in some part of the world. Who knows? The internet got blocked in some country. No, I'm just kidding. Well, so those are here the overall top games made by current players. So you see always the today peak, and then you see the current players. So for example, Counter-Strike is still the number one on Steam with a peak today of 655,000 roundabout, and 502,000 even playing right now. So it's still like the master game of the game, so the most played PC game maybe even ever, so with Dota together. And also still PlayerUnknown's Battleground also still very high. Grand Theft Auto, Tom Clancy, Destiny keeps up very, very well as well. And then we have Team Fortress, Warframe, etc. And then here, my friends, here it is coming. The Witcher 3 is a single-player RPG game, as we all know. Had a peak today of 50,000 players, so current players. And then so players that did play at the same time and here on Steam. And of course we know Witcher also came out on other platforms. It's also on console, so it's a game that is also, I'm sure, played a lot now on PlayStation or Xbox as well. And even now 42,000 players roundabout, or 43,000 players roundabout are playing this, and that's amazing. So even and that's therefore I say it, so even I was starting to play it again. So I was stopping at one point, other games came out, I was stopping at like 81, at 80 hours I was stopping. I don't know, I really enjoyed it much. So it's now €9, so very cheap, $9. And I was playing the expansion mostly. And now I started playing it again, and I immediately enjoyed it a lot. I finished one quest I was about to finish, and I really enjoyed. So it has, I mean, look at this, 252,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive. This game came out in 18th May of 2015, and I have to say it still looks fantastic. It still looks fantastic. Oh my god. So let's check, say maybe some of the reviews, maybe see some people that are just playing it right now or writing this review right now. So yeah, all recent reviews. So yeah, I forgot actually to write a review. So in 2015 I was not writing a review to each game I was playing, so I changed this. So most of the games I write reviews now. So as a brand new player of the Witcher series, no information now or no link to the series. So, but I want to make in this video, I want to make the link to the series. That's important. So, oh yeah, that's amazing. The first guy. This game is bad, can't even prove me wrong. To all would-be buyers of Witcher, play this on whatever the easy setting is, because the story is all this game is good for. The game starts out by asking you on what difficulty you should be playing. However, it lacks actual difficulty setting. Then it asks you if you want to use savings. Every other game. Yeah, there's one part actually, and there's I mean, people making now fun of him. So the game overall is amazing, but the thing is, I never really liked the fighting mechanics. I improved it a little bit from after release, but in the end, it was not really the best fighting mechanics in The Witcher 3. I have to admit this. So it's when you come from the Dark Souls games or other third-party slashers, then it was a bit, fighting mechanics is not that good. So, and the RPG elements could also be a little bit better. But yeah, put this aside, I mean, it's still an amazing game. Witcher Netflix series here. So I read reviews online which were clearly made by people who never played The Witcher, and they said it was an awful show. What? I could not have asked for better creation of the show. Outstanding actor, etc. Highly recommended. So it's cool, but forced diversity ruins it a bit. Yeah, this is a very political question. So I don't personally see it as a problem. I mean, why not? It's all theater. It's all a show. So yes, it plays in some Slavic, Polish, Ukrainian region, mystery, medieval times. So, and of course, in the game itself, it's not so diverse from the cast. But then here it is typically Netflix diverse. So it's just a rule in Netflix. They do it in all the series, and I would say it's a good thing. So I mean, we shouldn't see this as not authentic. That's the whole point. So I think it's good. So diversity is a good thing. So why not? So I personally have no problem with it, and not a problem with it. I actually like it. So and yeah, and I'm a middle Caucasian type dude. So you don't see me how I look, but I look more or less like here on the upper right corner. So this show could definitely be better, but it's not stinker. I don't understand all the hate from the critics. One review even said they only watched 3 episodes and skipped to the last one, then gave it a bad score. The show is mediocre. You have to be a fan to understand the things that go on. Yeah, it's true. So in episode 5, 6, and 7, it gets so weird and complicated. So most of it I just didn't understand anymore. But yeah, from a gamer's perspective, if you have played the games, then you're a little bit more into the story, and you have another relationship to the characters. Yeah, the jumps in time are absolutely dreadful. I had to explain to my wife that we were watching 3 different timelines. Oh, I didn't understand this actually myself until now. Yeah, it's more or less... they could have made it a bit more clear. So now I knew there are different timelines, but I didn't count them. Without me, she would have been totally lost. Yeah, Lost is also a show, by the way. I did enjoy Henry's performance. It's just a shame that Ciri and Jennifer have so much screen time. Even worse is that many of those screens are completely made up and it shows in the quality. I wasn't bothered that they cast a black actress as Istrid, but Fringilla is the cousin of Anna Henrietta from Blood and Wine for those who only know the games, and well, she's white blonde. Also the Dryads being some weird elf type people annoyed me as well. They aren't human or elven. Let's just forget Ciri's imaginary friend they added, who in my eyes undermines the bond between Geralt and Ciri. Who is he relating to, the imaginary friend of Ciri? I think this was this little black elf she met. Yeah, but it's not imaginary, isn't it? Critics are a bunch of jerk-off who never ever write, produce or direct for series or movies. Talk high and mighty, okay? Just let's go against the critics. It's the critics. Also, critics have a right, guys. Also, critics have a right, because I see myself as a critic as well when it comes to games. So. The show is full-on fantasy. That was always going to be a hard sell for people who normally don't read fantasy. Personally, I love the show, but I understand that it's a bit of shock for a regular audience. I read about I really like it. It's like this rated for adult, mature, so it's nicely bloody. A lot of going on. Some limbs are chopped off, so that's really cool. So that's really the part of the game. And also some of the environment, the trees, the nature, everything. Oh, it looks really like in the game. It could have been a bit more atmospheric, but yes, let's hope in the seasons 2 they can change this. Well, I guess they're already making season 2, by the way. I agreed to some of the scenes, but with every show, the first season is usually the starter and they go based on what they need to improve, so I know the next season will be great. Exactly what I just thought myself. I think a lot of this will be correct in the next season. They maybe should have told the fans, and I'm talking Witcher fans of the game, where this took place and what the timeline. I was super confused for a minute with the timelines, but I got it a couple episodes in. I kept thinking the queen's daughter was Ciri until I realized what the timeline was. Oh yeah, that's the most obvious timeline. Is Parvati, Ciri, and then the grandmother. So that's the most obvious timeline. Once they move down the line, I wonder how they will design the hunt. It looks like it may resemble Lord of the Rings bad guy. Fans has over 90%, so who care what they say, and we already have second season and a great song. I think show is perfect. I even ordered 8 books to read this year to catch up on all stories before season 2. Tell me, that's very interesting. Are you someone that is buying the books to read more into the story after you play the game, after you watch the series? Personally, I don't do it, but don't have the time. I don't read a lot of books. Because my job I read a lot, but are you someone like this? Would be interesting to know. Write in the comment section. I'm very much interested. Oh yeah, and that's it. So yeah, okay. At least one post in the discussion board. 10 best mods to install. Yeah, mods for Witcher 3 is another issue. So I installed myself several mods to just have it a bit more like I like the game. So alright, and then I have something else we can look at. Let's go and have a look at the IMDb database, because it's also, that's more the not gamer audience maybe now rating this series. 8.8, so pretty good. Well, to the cast here: Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia, Freya Allan as Ciri, then we have Yennefer, Anya Chalotra, Fringilla, Mimi Divini, Kair, etc. So quite a cast. Don't listen to the critics. The show is amazing, great pace and lots of good action. The casting for me was great, really enjoyed it. Well, let's have a look at Metacritic. So people talk so much about the bad critics. So here's the Metacritic. 53 Metacritic. Pretty... yeah, that's actually pretty bad, I would say. Pretty bad, so... and let's see here, New York Times. So season 1 review. It's more of a Saturday morning adventure than a Sunday night prestige project. If it sounds like that could be fun, you're right. So it's fun, okay. The Guardian. There are attempts at knowingness. At one point, our Henry tells someone a prophecy has to rhyme. This is not a good idea, as it throws into too sharp relief the limits to what Geralt and his merry band of sorceresses and proto-feminist princesses can be said to know. Play it straight, dear scriptwriters, or don't play it at all. But again, if you like this sort of things, go nuts. RogerEbert.com. If you don't take any of this more seriously than a holiday diversion, it has undeniable... why would I take it seriously? I mean, it's still entertainment. It's an undeniable... it has undeniable moments, a fearless performance from its leading lady. So leading lady, who's the leading lady? Henry Cavill. But it's safe to say that the throne of fantasy adulation on which HBO sits even after the divisive final season remains unchallenged. So Game of Thrones they're talking about. Entertainment, yeah, well. Oh, well, I mean, that's pretty bad, so pretty bad reviews. And then we have the user reviews, 7.9, that's okay. The show is awesome, there will be some book changes, but the action is awesome. Every chapter has some of everything: fun, suspense, horror, action. Next, Netflix Geralt is a fantasy version of John Wick. Did I say Wicks? No, totally not correct. Alright, so that's it, my friends, and yeah, I didn't want to talk now too much, so just see a little gamer's perspective and also my personal opinion about the Witcher series, and the fact that I really like, my friends, that the people actually watching the series now coming back playing this game. So it's at the moment 9 years, 70% down on Steam Winter Sale, a lot of free content, also the expansion pass for 10 years, so I definitely recommend this. As you can see, a Metacritic 93 for the game, so if you haven't played the game yet, it's definitely the moment now to jump into it and enjoy it. So I was even installing my NVIDIA 3D Vision drivers to play it in glorious stereoscopic 3D, because that's how I love this game, how I first played it. And yeah, I'm going to finish this game now finally. I decided to finish The Witcher 3. I haven't finished it yet, so maybe I play 20 more hours and then it's done. So it will be awesome. And I think a lot of you guys out there also started to enjoy this game, and yeah, and we see each other in Skellige. Just kidding. Alright, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.